Unfortunately, its true purpose is something much more sinister. Entertainers and celebrities are the court jesters of the modern day, dancing by virtually every metric imaginable. This planet is in very good health. This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the News of the Week for February 13th, 2021. And if you like these videos, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. Even if you accept the results of the election and do not question them, and even if you do not believe a single thing that Mike Lindell says, Time magazine is willing to come forward and say that there was an underhanded cabal specifically to get Trump out of office. This included controlling the flow of information, taking down posts rather than being forced to discuss in an open forum, being able to spread their memes and images, taking a local event and further politicizing it, preparing to protest should Trump win, and claiming that being close enough to watch for inconsistencies is somehow racist. The whole article claims that mail-in ballots are safe. We could look at the New York Times and how it falsely claimed that the whistleblower that overheard his supervisors planning to backdate ballots retracted his story. These are just the things that they are willing to admit to. Imagine what they will not admit to. The virus is mutating very quickly and is resisting vaccines. The United Kingdom, South Africa, and Brazil do not have much in common on the surface, except that each country is home to a new variant of the China virus. Doctors do not yet know if the present vaccine will be able to do the job. People need to focus on naturalistic and holistic cures before using these vaccines, when there is no legal recourse if you get sick from it. If you get a headache, the doctor will tell you to take an aspirin. All this does is make the pain go away, but does nothing to address what caused the headache. Vaccines are the aspirin, and the problem is that we are not getting enough vitamin D, and we are deficient in several minerals, such as zinc. Biden is on his way to being the most pro-abortion president ever, and his administration will be responsible for more deaths in the womb than any in history. He is allowing funding for abortions overseas. Imagine if instead of giving money to kill the child, we provided the money to put the child in a loving home. Just a thought. Democrats even cheered when they defeated a bill that would mandate medical care for a child that survived an abortion. Think about it. He can in no way ever be considered connected to his mother and can still be killed. Meanwhile, Texas is standing up to abortion mills and has removed Planned Parenthood from receiving any Medicaid funding whatsoever. Undoubtedly, the abortion lobby will be fighting this because they cannot keep afloat without tax dollars. I do not know if Biden will initiate swift action, but Texans must remain strong. And more importantly, we must pray for those who still do not value life. Kamala Harris, before she was chosen as Biden's VP based solely on her gender and skin tone, decided to bail out the rioters that were responsible for burning down buildings. And if you think that makes sense,
I got some oceanfront property in Arizona.
Skip forward to the present day and we have a whole new problem. Democrats blocked a bill to forbid rioters from receiving aid from the Small Business Administration. Why anyone would want to give small business loans to someone who burned down buildings is beyond me. This is the same party that cheers when they can kill children that are born. A federal judge in Texas blocked Biden's deportation freeze for 2 more weeks. Aside from the drug dealers, human traffickers, and potential terrorists that could come into our country if left unchecked, the real danger is our failed welfare state. Imagine if I told you that you could come and live in America and we would give you a check every month and you did not have to work, and education for your kids and all social services were free. How many people would rush to America in order to exploit it? Everyone who could reach it. However, overwhelming the social safety net would be the least of our problems. If unlimited illegal immigration goes unchecked, those who get the free stuff will overwhelm the ballot box and Texas will turn blue. If you think I am exaggerating, Trump easily won Texas by a landslide. Biden's support came primarily from big cities like Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Austin, and Houston. The rest came from border counties. Might this have to do with large numbers of illegals voting without an ID? Why impeach President Trump even though he has already left office peacefully? Simple. The Democrats cannot allow anyone to ever question the authority of the deep state again. Therefore, they are making an example of him. Even though President Trump called for the people on January 6th to protest, quote, peacefully and patriotically, close quotes, the media still believes that he incited violence. As with the sham-impeachment over Biden, the Democrats are bringing out lies. Not only that, apparently his rhetoric over the past 4 years supposedly led to this. Should Kamala Harris, Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, and countless others be impeached because of their violent rhetoric? What about arresting Madonna, Snoop Dogg, or Kathy Griffin over threats to the president? Conservatives believe in freedom of speech. Even if we disagree with your ideas, we will defend your right to say them. This is not about rhetoric. This is about making an example of him. After years of a phony Russia conspiracy without a single shred of evidence, the Democrats are still working to impeach Trump. However, they will not touch Biden over his ties to China. Senator Ted Cruz has found that all of his appointments to his cabinet are connected to or are soft on China. They have no opposition to giving a speech at the Confucius Institute, which is funded by the CCP. He has even gone soft on China after Trump was holding their feet to the fire. We have someone in the Oval Office that will be getting his marching orders from Beijing. The deep state operates internationally. Gina Carano is the latest example of cancel culture. She played Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, another show that I have yet to watch. She was blacklisted from Hollywood after she shared this non-partisan image about Nazi Germany on social media. The powers that be cannot allow a conservative voice in the industry. This is the same reason why they got rid of Tim Allen for the reboot of Buzz Lightyear, and the reason why Last Man Standing had to move to a new network. There are plenty of other examples of this, but I do not want to spend all day on it. The short and sweet is that there is more censorship coming, and even more liberal propaganda in movies to come. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow me on social media.